Hello. On this edition of the program, we'll show you how convenient the MTA CharmCard is for travel on transit. We'll introduce you to the important work of an MTA fare inspector and take a look at the annual African American Festival, all right here. There's a transit fare payment method that's setting the pace for future commuting in our region. It's simple, convenient, and easy to use. It's called the CharmCard. And Scott Corbin, Systems Manager in the Fare Collection Systems, joins us with information on this card. Scott, welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thank you.
Okay, the CharmCard, what is it and how is it used?
It's a plastic fare card. Brought one with me.
Oh, okay.
Looks like this, just like a credit card, except it has a computer chip inside of it and an antenna that allows you to tap it to the fare equipment, either the fare boxes or the fare gates or ticket vending machines, and it's able to read without having to swipe like a magnetic strip. That's
excellent. We look at technology these days, but I've got to ask, how did it come to be?
Years ago, it was about 2010 is when we launched it, and it kind of piggybacked with WMATA and their Smart Trip card. It's just an evolution into the smart card and commuter technology. As it's gotten smaller, they've been able to fit the computer chip inside the card, and it's evolved into being able to use it that way.
Okay, and you mentioned WMATA, I'm glad you did. You can use the Charm Card on what services?
You can use the Charm Card on all of MTA's local services, the Metro, Light Rail, and local bus. And you can also use it in Washington, D.C. on the Metro subway and the Metro buses down there.
Okay, so you can't use it on MARC and you can't use it on the commuter buses.
Correct.
Okay, but again, local services and the local services in Washington. And it sounds like, so you avoid carrying cash, it's all on this card?
Yes, you can load cash value up to $200 on the Charm Card, and you can also load past products onto the Charm Card, and you don't have to carry the cash in your wallet, just use the card.
Help me again, you said past products?
Past products, our traditional magnetic or the paper tickets that we get, the Go Passes.
Okay.
They come in a monthly ticket or a weekly or a one-day pass. You can load similar products onto the Charm Card, a 30-day pass, a 7-day pass, or a one-day pass. The difference is the passes on the Charm Card aren't tied to the month. Okay. So they're good for, a 30-day pass is good for 30 consecutive days from the time when you first tap the card.
Okay, so Charm Card, so how do you get the card? How do you load money on it? What's the process?
You can purchase it in person at our MTA Transit store down at St. Paul Street, or you can go to mta.maryland.gov and go to our pass store, and there's a link to purchase the Charm Card. They come preloaded with a 30-day pass, a 7-day pass, or $10 in stored value, and also the Express Bus Pass.
Okay, and now how popular is the card? How many people are using it?
We have about over 50,000 cards in circulation. I don't have the numbers on exactly how many are using it.
Okay, but 50,000 in circulation, so people are taking advantage of this technology.
Yes.
Okay, and again, it's simple. So I just have my card, and there's a device on the bus where I tap, or do I still slide?
No, you don't. You don't slide. There's a circular target with a picture of the Charm Card on it, and you just tap your card to it on the fare box or the Metro fare gates. You just tap it onto the fare gate at the same target, or on the ticket vending machines.
Okay. How long? I may have asked this, and forgive me if I did. How long does the money stay on the card once you place monies on it?
The money stays on the card until you use it.
Okay. And is there a service fee associated with the card?
No. As long as you add stored value or past product to the card, we give you the card for free.
Excellent. Okay, the MTA Charm Card, get it at mta.maryland.gov or at the transit store on St. Paul Street.
Yes, they also have them at some giant CVS stores and a couple of vendors, but there's a list of where you can get them online.
Thanks a lot, Scott.
You're quite welcome.
Okay, some of MTA's best in the rail division recently met in competition to demonstrate their skill and expertise at the annual MTA Rail Rodeo. Commuter Connections was there for the big event.
In In preparation of the International Rail Rodeo in June, MTA held its own competition to select local operators for representing Maryland. 6 candidates competed in 5 challenging and rigorous events that tested every professional detail right down to the socks on their feet.
There's the uniform inspection, the written tests, safety tests, customer service, the train inspection, and also the driving portion. The uniform inspection, we check to make sure they have a clean uniform, that they're well groomed. Also, they have all their safety equipment consisting of a rule book, keys to the train, everything from a safety vest, a flashlight, working flashlight, and several other items.
Not only did the contenders have to look the part, but they also had to do a thorough inspection of the rail cars and operate the train on a course full of obstacles.
During this competition, we rig certain things that the operator, if they don't take corrective measures, they actually fail the competition. So what they have to do is just be safe and aware in operating their train and look for these little bugs that we put in the way to make sure that they're operating their train safely.
The Rail Rodeo has proven itself to be more than just a series of games, but also an opportunity to grow.
It brings operators together to compete, to make sure that they're operating their train safely, that they're making the proper customer announcements, and it keeps the operator sharp.
Sharp indeed. Be sure to congratulate these winning operators the next time you ride light rail.
Okay, just ahead, we'll introduce you to the important work of fare inspectors. That's next. Stay with us.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You're not sitting here. Yes, I am. Move! Give it to him hard! No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills.
Check.
Driver's license.
Check.
And a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Ensuring fair payment on MTA and keeping transit safe is not an easy task. But the dedicated transit professionals who serve within the ranks of the MTA Fare Inspector Division take that responsibility seriously each and every day in the performance of their duties. Here, with a look at the mission of the MTA Fare Inspector, is MTA Police Captain Kelly Holman. Captain Holman, welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thank you, Anthony.
Okay, so the fare inspection program, generally, what is it?
But the long and short of it is, the fare inspection light rail system was made on a honor system, which means basically patrons have to purchase their ticket prior to riding the service. Fare inspectors ensure that the integrity of that program that actually stays intact.
Good. So we're focusing on the light rail system. Again, metro, buses, you have a ticket, et cetera.
Exactly. You have a station attendant at those locations, so that system is not an honor system.
Okay, so fare inspectors ride the light rail system. Is it more than just inspecting tickets for those persons?
Absolutely. It's providing a force multiplier for the police department. There are extra set of eyes and ears out there, as well as providing the patrons a interesting ride because they can identify points of interest along the route.
Okay, because these inspectors, are they officers or civilians?
No, they are civilians in uniform.
They're civilians in
uniform.
When you say uniform, police uniforms?
No,
or what type
they're in a fare inspector uniform. Actually, their uniform identifies them as a fare inspector.
Okay, so they'll approach a customer and ask to see their
proof of payment.
Proof of payment.
Yes, and as long as you have a cooperative patron who doesn't mind the fare inspector doing their job, there's no issue. But when we encounter the uncooperative patron, then the fare inspector then calls for police assistance.
And it's unfortunate because I think even the uncooperative person hasn't not necessarily not paid their fare.
Exactly. They just don't want to be bothered.
Don't want to be bothered.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. So, but it's an important role. They're ensuring the safety of the system. I love the point you made there. Another set of ears and eyes for the police force. Now, how long has the program been in effect since the opening of the system?
It's about 11 years now, 2004 in July.
Okay. Now, I've got to ask this. Do we know how many people, because you see an honor system and you think that everybody's getting on it and not paying. Do we know how many people avoid or try to evade paying the fare?
We don't keep records of how many people aren't paying, but what we do is fare inspectors have what is called a log sheet. So when they board the train, they see how many people are actually aboard the train. They identify how many people who have not actually paid, which we call them fare evaders. And then we mathematically deduce what the fare evasion rate is. Now, for the national average, it's 2.7. The MTA's goal is to maintain a 2% or lower fare evasion rate, and we are currently on target for that.
That's great. Now, I'm glad you mentioned the national average, because across the nation, this honor system is in place on many transit systems.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what happens if you evade your fare? Because I think sometimes people hop on because they're rushing and they don't want to miss the train, et cetera. So what's the penalty for those who evade the fare?
$50.
$50.
$50.
All right, so you don't pay that on the spot. What are you giving a citation that you have to mail in?
You're given a citation. It's called a state citation, and then you're sent a court date, and you can appear for trial in front of a judge, either present your story or accept the fact that you are guilty and you have an explanation. Then it's up to the judge, however he decides to either impose the full penalty plus court costs or reduce your penalty.
Okay, so it's just like speeding. It's not worth it.
Exactly.
So you get a speeding ticket, because I know a number of persons who hop on because they're rushing. So I understand there's some increased attention that's planned for the fare inspection program, some new elements to it?
Actually, it's nothing new. I guess you can just say it's been revamped.
Okay.
We have what are called fare inspection sweeps, where based on the information that a fare inspector indicates on their log, we can identify the specific locations where we have the most erroneous refusal to actually pay. So with that information, now the police department can see that, let's say, Cultural Center. We'll say Cultural Center is one of the locations where people are not paying. So we will have a sweep at that station at a specific time, surprise.
Okay.
So when you get on the train and the train stops, police officers board along with fare inspectors. Now everyone gets checked. Even the people who are trying to get off the train to leave, they get checked as well to ensure that they had payment before they rode the system.
Okay, well, I won't look forward to one of those. Or if I'm on a train, I'll make sure I have a ticket.
Please do.
Okay. So thanks for stopping by. It's an important program.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Where you work, I'm sure you have fellow employees who celebrate milestone anniversaries of perhaps 10 or even 20 years. But how about 50 years of service? It sounds like an amazing feat, but what's even more amazing is that MTA actually has 2 incredible employees celebrating this milestone achievement.
Thomas Johnson and Joseph Truitt are 2 of MTA's longest working employees. They wear their seniority on their collars with badges 1 and 2, as 2015 marks their 50th anniversary serving transit users in the Baltimore area.
Every one of us can tell you a tale, because we got tales.
Back in the day, in the early 70s, we started a new program called Super Sunday tickets, where the customers could purchase a Super Sunday ticket and ride all day long without paying additional fare. And they took advantage of that. They got on my bus and they rode and they rode and they rode to the end of the line and stayed there, and they made a living room out of my bus. And they enjoyed it. It was a good thing to see them enjoying something that was different. And it got them out of the house, and it was a family affair. The whole family came out.
Though neither know when they'll retire, they are sure of how they want to spend retirement.
Yes, I love to know how things work. I like to know how things work so much I went and took a course in electronics. I went to the automotive school, so I can work on cars if I desire to. Matter of fact, I do sometimes. My wife tells me I can't do it now because she claims that I'm old.
Basically, I like to travel and see things. To travel is educational. You see how other people live and how they overcome their handicaps. And you come back a renewed creature.
After 50 years of service, it's great to see that Thomas and Joseph have kept their sense of humor.
Everybody always hollering, "Hold that bus, hold that bus." So I said, I am holding it. And it's heavy.
Coming up, a look at the annual African American Festival. That's next.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Oh, listen now. Can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now. Can you feel the sun?
The annual African American Festival is a very popular, well-attended, and much anticipated event in our region. It showcases the best in African American culture, entertainment, food, and family fun. Shalonda Stokes of the festival joins us with a picture of what exciting things are in the works for this year's event. Shalonda, welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, it's one of my favorite events, the African American Festival. So generally, why don't we tell persons what the event is?
This is the best event that they will ever attend in their lives. Period. No.
Okay, I like that.
No, it's a celebration of life, music, and culture for our community. It's not just for African Americans, but a celebration. So we bring cultural foods, ethnic institutions, we have artists, we have entertainment, we have everything that you want culminating in that one 16-acre footprint.
Wow, that's great. Let's give out the basics. When is it and where does it take place?
It takes place at Camden Yard Sports and Entertainment Complex, and that starts on Saturday, June 20th, opening at noon and closing at 10. And then Sunday, June 21st, opening at noon and closing at 9 p.m.
Oh, so 2 days that weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
And how many years for the African American Festival?
It's been nearly 40 years. It actually started under a different name and has had different producers along the way.
What was that different name?
It started as Soul Fest, believe
Wow.
it or not, and I believe the date was like around 1974.
Wow.
But people quite often call it AFRAM.
I remember
They
AFRAM,
call all
okay.
of those names, and now the name is the African American Festival, or AAF.
Okay, and you said, and I'm glad you did, that it's for more than African Americans.
absolutely.
Who attends the event?
Oh, we have people from everywhere, all cultures. I mean, and last year, if you looked at our Facebook page, I mean, we were blowing up with LA, with Virginia, with Philly, with Chicago. I mean, people from all across the United States were there, so it was exciting.
Because I don't know if people realize, a lot of people travel around to these various festivals.
Oh, yes,
throughout
they
the
do.
year.
They do, and it's not just, to the point you were making, it's not just African Americans. We had Asians, we had Hispanics, I mean, just the whole gamut. It was a cultural melting pot.
How many people are expected this year?
Oh my God, in terms of expectation, the fire department actually gives us our numbers. And
Okay.
so in the past, they've given us numbers of 350,000 up to 500,000 annually. Anything over 100,000 is a lot of people. So we know
Exactly.
that there'll be some excitement there.
Exactly. Now, how much does it cost to get into the festival?
That's the key to this festival. It's absolutely free. Mayor Rawlings Blake made this a part of her commitment to the city, to our community, and to our tourists to really come and experience a different part of Baltimore, to see us in a way that maybe you didn't get to see all at one place.
Oh, that's great. All right, now, I know you talked about a lot happening, but there's entertainment. Who's going to be at this year's festival?
That's the magic question. If I tell you, I might have to kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, all right.
Just kidding. No, we have an amazing lineup. And what's been different this year, as in the past, is we, instead of doing 2 major headliners, we really want to have talent all throughout the day. So we want to make sure that people come out early. Opening up with a couple names from Empire.
Wow.
If you're an Empire fan.
There's a whole bunch of Empire fans, yeah.
We have Hakeem
Okay.
and V. Bozeman from Empire.
All right.
We have Eric Roberson. We have SWV, Faith Evans, Dougie Fresh, and Sheila E. And that's just one day.
That's just one day.
That's just one day. And then we also have Tamala Mann and David Mann.
Wow.
We have Demetra McKinney, Will Downing, and we have Stephanie Mills.
Wow. Oh, that's
so
going to be
it's-
exciting.
it's a
so
power-packed
so this is
lineup.
Saturday and Sunday now. Is there a website where persons can get the schedule and detailed information?
Absolutely. We encourage everybody to visit us on AfricanAmericanFestival.net, and then to also follow us on either Facebook, on Twitter, or Instagram at BeMoreAAF.
Okay, and I'm glad you mentioned the mayor. I guess this is her opportunity to invite persons downtown and invite them to Baltimore for this celebration.
Oh, absolutely. And especially, I mean, anybody who has a television has kind of paid attention to what's been going on in Baltimore. And so following that civil unrest, the African American Festival will actually be the first major event where we're all together as a community, as business, as police officers, as, you know, everybody like that. So part of what the mayor wanted to make sure we had, and it expands what we've done at the festival in the past, is a focus on One Baltimore.
Okay.
That's an initiative where we can all get together, where we're figuring out how we provide jobs or funding or, you know, and all of those things that we really know we need collectively to heal the community.
Okay, and I love those words. We'll all be together.
All be
Police,
together.
Civilians, families, black, white, Asian, we'll all be together. Okay, we mentioned the website. Give that out one more time for persons, please.
The website is AfricanAmericanFestival.net, and definitely the Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at BeMoreAAF.
Social media. Hey, as we close, is there anything else like this in the country? I mean, we mentioned people traveling around to these festivals. Are there other ones in D.C., Virginia that are like Baltimore's?
Absolutely not.
I knew you were going to say that. That was a softball
one
question.
thing, though, and I'm going to tell you what the difference is. Our sponsors are key for us.
Okay.
This is really the differentiator for us. Black Enterprise came in to present the festival for us this year, and along with that brought in some national partners. Pepsi, who's doing an exciting activation on the festival, Toyota, who have a tech playground, Prudential doing a lounge, and I mean, just all of our sponsors, including the MTA. I mean, we really have to, you know, raise our hand for our sponsors who, in the midst of everything that was happening, not only stuck with us, but raised the bar and said, I'm going to be with you and I'm going to help grow this even further.
Well done, Shalonda. Thanks for mentioning them. And thanks for mentioning the MTA because, of course, the MTA is the best way to get there, right?
Absolutely. I mean, with all of those people, you know, parking and traffic and all of that, we encourage everybody to take the light rail. We encourage them to ride the MARC, whatever they need to do. Even our buses that, you know, all meet in downtown. Just get there.
Thanks for being here. And I'm glad you mentioned the MTA. And, of course, MARC now has that weekend service, so you can use that also.
Absolutely. Thank you. It was wonderful being here.
All right. That brings us to the end of another Commuter Connections program. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care.